From moving to a new place, starting out at jobs there, and even starting a business there, I think I can say I'm getting used to starting again. Today, let's specifically talk about jobs. Let's talk about the scary experience of starting out at a new job and how you can, in 5 steps, make that experience less scary for you. Welcome to today's video. How do you feel more secured in a new position you are starting at a company, at an organization, whatever? First step is learn what you can learn about that company even before you start. So if you've had your interviews, of course, before you even have your interviews, you're supposed to know about the company you're going into. So do your research, learn what are their values, when did they start, what are the things that they hold there. Those are the things that you are expected to give. Even in some interviews, they're going to ask you, okay, these are our values. How do you see yourself fit into this position to give this kind of value? That shouldn't stop just to pass the interview. After passing the interview and you've been granted the position, you need to now work harder in those aspects. So research the company, research what do they need from you. The best way to give your best is to know the areas in which you are needed, because if you are not needed in an area and you're just trying to do so much in that area, it can be seen as being busy doing nothing. So what are the values of the company? What do they hold there? What are the things they need even in that position? What is necessary? And that's how you can get yourself better settled into that company or into that organization. Second thing that I would say is ask questions. Do not be scared to be seen as the one who does not know. You're the new kid on the block. Fine. That is perfectly fine. You should not be ashamed to say, please put me through. Most companies have trainings, that's standard. Even if you are an expert in the field, once you come into the companies, they train you in the company policy or in the company way and the company method. Even in all of that, if you don't understand something, be open to asking and be open to receiving answers. Do not be closed off to yourself and say, oh, I already know it, so I don't need help. Or, oh, I'm too ashamed to go and meet people even though I need the help. You are not doing yourself a favor. Find someone who you think can put you through in that thing and ask the right questions so you can receive answers and you can get yourself situated in that company better. Number 3 step I would say helps your process of integrating yourself into a company less stressful is find your place and know the relevance of your voice. Find your place and know the relevance of your voice. What do I mean? In what aspects will your voice matter? Give your voice a place to stand in those aspects. What aspects will it seem a bit odd for you to do things or say stuff? Also know that and keep your mouth shut. I've done something on this topic before because this is very important. Basically, what I'm saying is, if it is not necessary to speak, be quiet. If it is necessary to speak, open your mouth and speak. Why? A fool is said to be wise when he's quiet. Same Bible that says that also says that if you answer a fool in his folly, he will think himself wise. Then it also says if you do not answer a fool in his folly, he will think himself wise. So what are we saying? It is important to talk, but know when to talk. Know who you're even talking to. You start out at a place, you're already gossiping about the manager, gossiping about this person, gossiping about that person. No. Find your place and take up space where you have found your place. Where is your place? What is your place? Your place is to do your work, receive your salary, and go home. It's not to fight the manager at the meeting or somebody, your colleague did something wrong. You want to start antagonizing them at the general meeting. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. Do the right things, find your place, and take your place where it is. Number 4, give yourself time. Give yourself time to learn the ropes, especially if you are maybe coming in as an intern, maybe a paid internship. Everybody seems to know what they are doing apart from you. It can be very burdensome and very stressful and very anxiety inducing to seemingly be the one who does not have the answers. But give yourself time. Just the way you look at your supervisors and say, oh Lord, how did they get to know these things so well that they can even teach it to somebody like me? That's the same way. In a few months, a few years, depending on how complicated the job role is, that's how you also become a master if you give yourself time. It's not just, okay, I'm giving myself time. No, giving yourself time allows you to properly learn what you need to learn It makes you go easy on yourself, give yourself grace while you are learning. So you're able to better internalize whatever is being taught to you by your supervisor because you're giving yourself grace to grow. But if you don't give yourself grace to grow, what happens becomes a very stressful thing on your mental health, because you're just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing today. Oh, I will look like a fool. I will look like a fool. And that stresses you out. Give yourself time to learn the ropes. Give yourself time to integrate. Everybody has their own clique already, and you are feeling left out. Of course you will feel left out. Some people have been in that company for 4 years. You're just coming last month and you want everybody to be your friend. No, I don't think it works that way. So give yourself grace. Fifth and the last thing that I think will help you better integrate into a place is move with like minds. So what I'm simply saying is have the ones that you talk to. Like my last point, I ended by saying, okay, people have been together for a long time, they have become friends, you're feeling left out. You also now have to start finding your own, so to say, people in your organization. I'm not saying you should make friends if that's not who you are. If you're not somebody that likes making friends at work, I agree. But find your people who you can share your ideas with, people who you can ask, okay, this is what I'm thinking, who should I tell? People who have been there before you and can maybe give you insight on something. So people you talk to. You are not an island, especially when you are just starting out. So have the ones you talk to, whatever it is that links you guys, maybe where you come from, maybe kind of food you like, maybe kind of sports you like. Those are interests that can, so to say, link you, and you can start talking to them about greater things at the job, about things that have been bothering your mind, so you don't feel isolated at the job, because isolation can also make the job more stressful. That's everything I have for you today on starting out at a new place. I hope this video was helpful, very short and very quick and very easy. If this was helpful, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below to also help others. What do you think they can do to better integrate themselves into a new organization, a new job that they are just starting out at? Of course, I will still talk about this topic in more ways in subsequent times, and I'll see you in my next one.